It's one of my favorite drinks. And I add water to it because it's pretty sweet. It's 250 calories, which is not bad. Total sugar is 24 grams. No fat, no protein. But it's good though. I love the Snapple drinks. Oh, Lucky. Holy shit. How you doing? I'm good. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. How's things? I'm good. I can't complain. If I do, nobody's gonna care. You can't sleep. You gotta be like these people out here that take a Razapam and all this other bullshit they take, or sleeping pills, or get high. I didn't have much of a good sleep last night either. I was constantly getting up every now and then. What you mean you was terminated? What the hell? You just got the damn job, woman. What are we gonna do with you? Hmm? You have different management skills. It's not your fault. Well, some things are just meant to be for a little while, months, 2 months, 3 months, years. Some things are not, you know. Well, there you go. If you have a better position coming up and it's way better for you, that means it's an upgrade. Sometimes you gotta go through a bullshit job to get a good job, you know. So that makes sense. Makes sense. As long as you're gonna be happy, that's all that matters. You know, it's life. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go. You know, sometimes it takes a while to get to adapt to a job, and then when you feel like it ain't working out, you just gotta move on. You know? Yeah, exactly. It happens. We all go through it. So if you're not happy, it doesn't make sense being the place you know. If you're working at a place where you're not happy, then it doesn't make sense being there. Yeah, as long as you made peace and moved on, and then find something better, then hey, why not? That's a good thing. You don't want to be stuck at a job for more time knowing that it's not the right thing for you. That'll suck and that'll not make no sense. So, as long as you find a better situation and, you know, a better job, then hey, go for it. Before I started my own business, I had multiple jobs and I kept getting more and more fed up every job I got. I had like 2 or 3 different jobs in the same year before I went on my own because I got so fed up of being somewhere for like a couple months. Then I was like, you know what? It's time to go on my own. I'm tired of this shit. Oh, nice. Cool. Singapore. I was actually thinking about you. Yeah, technology is beyond good in places like that. A lot of things are made out there too. Um, what was I gonna say? I was thinking about you because a Filipino guy came here to fix my AC. He's a nice guy. I can't remember his name now, but he's cool. He was telling me that in the Philippines he has like a farm out there, and he hired his nephew to take care of the pigs, right? No, no. I told him that I told him about you. I said, "Hey, I have a friend from there." And we were talking about making adobo and all that stuff. He goes, "Oh yes, yes, yes." He spoke pretty good English, he was cool. And he's been here for a couple years, and he's a good technician, like air conditioning technician. He's very good. He fixed the thing one time. So I was talking to him, and he said that he has a farm, and he had a couple pigs, and he says he kept, he would tell his nephew to take care of the pigs while he's here and give him a job. And then the nephew had some debt to pay off, sold all his pigs except for one, and then took the money and took off. And he wanted to call the police and, get him locked up because it's a big crime to do that, right? Apparently, what he said. And because it's his nephew, he didn't charge, like he didn't, tell the police about it and just made sure he's never going to deal with him again. And apparently like his parents are gonna like pay him back or whatever. But he said he had tears in his eyes because he couldn't believe that his nephew would do that to him after like hooking him up. But see, that's the I told him, and he agreed with me. I said, see, that's the problem. You come here, right, to get a better life, a better job, so you can go back to the Philippines and relax and take care of your daughter and your wife and your farm, and you have something to bring in income, And he said he also had like roosters and shit, there's gaming roosters or whatever, right? I don't know. He didn't really go into detail because it was like hurtful to talk about. I could see it in his face. I told him, I said, you don't have to tell me everything. But he said pretty much his nephew robbed him, and he could have called the police, but he didn't want to because that's his family, right? So anyway, he just made sure that the person was gone forever and they can go to hell. So now his daughter's taking care of the pigs and stuff and the roosters or whatever. And so anyway, he says that he wants to retire, and come back home and have his farm and stuff. And now the generations of pigs are all gone because the guy sold them all, right? So I told him, I said, you know what? It's sad because you come to Bermuda. You've been here for about 5 years now. He goes, yeah, 5 years. I said, yeah, I know you because when we did our renovation, you were here before. You were fresh, like off the, out of Philippines. So I said, it's sad because people like you come from a poor country or a country where you want to come to and make more money so you can be okay in the long run. You give a job to your family to take care of your shit that you're working for, and then they fuck you over because they know you're in another country and they know you're gonna have money, so they don't care and they get jealous because you have a better you're bettering your life and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some bullshit, like And I said, look, bro, the Portuguese community is the same way. I know Portuguese people here where they have houses. They work so hard in Bermuda. They buy a house in Portugal and they for them to retire in and make money here in Bermuda. They get people to take care of the house and then they vandalize the house or fuck the house up and then they come back to go live in it and there's no water, there's no this, there's it's all fucked up. You took the money that they were giving you to do your own shit. It's like I told him, I said, it's not just you, bro. It's all over the world. Like, and he goes, yeah, I know, but it's so sad because I had generations of pigs from his family, like, and they kept breeding them and stuff. And he said that bastard went and sold them all. I was like, wow. I think he did say something about he has a drug addiction or something. He ended up finding out in the long run. So I think that's what it was. I think that's what he said to me. Yeah, it's pretty sad. And then and then after he told me that, I kind of like, made him laugh and stuff. And I was telling him about how I knew you and how my dad loves Filipinos because my dad worked with this Filipino guy for years. And he always used to like help my dad because he was older. And I said, look, man, the Filipino community here in Bermuda is very big and they're good people, just like the Portuguese. But unfortunately, when you buy something in your own country because you're here, those people are going to get jealous because your life is better than theirs. See? So it's sad that you're here busting your ass, giving them work because you can, and then all this shit happens. Like, yeah, he's okay. He's doing much better now. He's fine. He's doing his thing. He's much better. He's walking. His feet are not swollen anymore. He's walking without a cane some days. He's eating much better now. So he's put back on like a couple pounds. He's doing very well now. Ever since he went to the hospital and they took all the fluids out of his legs, he can actually walk again. And he's been getting like home care. Like a nurse will come see him once a week. And we had a physiotherapist take care of him for like 3 weeks. So he's right back in action again. He even his color even looks better. So I was there on Monday. I cut the grass at the house and then he wanted me to plant some hibiscus trees. So he was teaching me how to cut the pieces off. I already knew, but I just acted like he was teaching me or something, right? Because he says my uncle taught me, and now I'm gonna teach you. I'm like, Dad, I know how to do this shit. How do you think this shit got planted around my house? So he had these like clipper things, these scissor things, and he cut it like on an angle. And he said, stick it down in the pot, put the pot and soil in there. I'm like, all right, Dad, yeah, okay, cool. So I planted like 4 trees for him. So, because some of the trees we had are like all messed up. They've been there forever. And the hurricane kind of destroyed them all from last year. So now we're planting new hibiscus like trees. So he was happy that I planted them for him. Yeah, here we have oleander trees and hibiscus trees. And they're usually for like, for privacy, home privacy fence, like, So the majority of the like trees here are like oleander and hibiscus. Then we have the foxwood. I think there it's called foxwood trees. We have here at my place. There's like every tree in the world around here. There's like every breed of tree you can think of. We have pine trees. We have cedar trees. We have banana trees. We have all sorts of Mexican red pepper trees. We have all sorts of shit around here. We have every tree you can think of, especially where I live. They're everywhere. Yeah, same here. Yeah, yep. When I used to go to Portugal when I was younger, we had these yellow trees that you used to take off and you would suck like the juice out of it. It was weird. And then we used to like take bamboo sticks and like put a slit in it and we used to make it like a little like it used to sound like a flute, but you would blow in it and it would make like a vibrating sound. There's so much cool things you could do with like trees and flowers and stuff like that. I forget what you call them damn things, but even in Portuguese I forget what they call it. But in Portugal there's beautiful flowers out there. Here in Bermuda there is too. But Portugal has better looking flowers. Yeah, you suck out the nectar. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's like a yellow flower and it's got like a little red thing on it. And we used to like go horseback riding, and they were up high, like on the trees were big. So we would come across on the horseback riding. We would pull the piece off, and we would get some of them, and we'd be like taking the nectar out of it while we horseback ride. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old when I went to Portugal with my family, and we went that summer for a whole month. It was cool. Yeah, it's a small flower. Yeah, It's like yellow or yellow orangey looking flower, and it's small. It's not that big. Yeah, I gotta find out the name of it in Portuguese. But yeah, that particular flower we used to love getting and stuff. It was pretty fun. So yeah. Here in Bermuda, we have a lot of beautiful morning glories. They're like purple and stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got the right one. So here we have morning glories that are very pretty. They're like purple, and that's like one of the prettiest like type of looking flowers we have here. When they're all on a vine, they look really nice. And we right outside my up against my wall, I have another like vine tree, and it's got yellow, beautiful yellow flowers on it. I don't know what they're called, but we had a purple one and a yellow one. The purple one's completely destroyed from the hurricane, and the yellow one keeps coming back. So we have a beautiful yellow tree over here. It's starting to like catch again because I had to save it from the last hurricane. It got destroyed. So when we first moved here, it was a lot of beautiful plants and trees, and then the hurricane destroyed a lot of it. So it sucks. You can't really have like good things around here too much because when the hurricanes come, it destroys everything. I got fed up and I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna plant nothing anymore. This fucking hurricane destroys everything. So I used to get so pissed. And then by the time hurricane season is finished in November, like it's winter again, so you're gonna get more wind and rain. So it's like it don't even make no sense. Like right now is the perfect time to have some flowers and stuff, but otherwise that you can't have it for too much longer. Sometimes we get lucky and we don't get any no hurricanes or no bad weather. So hopefully that happens this year. It rained this morning here, like a couple showers. Everything was wet when I went outside, but now it's beautiful. It's sunny, windy. It's not that windy, but it's a nice breeze. But it's very humid today. I went to work this morning. I went to go pick up a chair across the street, and I had to take the chair to my client's house, like 25 minutes away. And when I was in my van, it was like hot, and I started to sweat, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's humid." Yeah, right now it's not that hot. It's still like 80 degrees. It's in the late 70s and early 80s, but the humidity is the problem. I don't think it's that hot. Even when I'm standing in the sun, I don't really feel hot. It's just the humidity is so dry and it feels like you're being baked in an oven. Yeah. Well, right now hurricane season's already started. It starts in June and finishes in October. I mean November, I mean. So it's a long bit, but we don't get hurricanes around this time. We usually get hurricanes around September. But otherwise that I'm not I'm not really worried. One thing, we're fully prepared for anything. So it's nice. Hurricanes don't really bother me as much as they used to. As you can see above my head, my weather, the TV's on the weather channel. We got some clouds coming this way. As soon as the clouds come over, I'm gonna go outside again and start cleaning up outside for a bit because I don't want to be out in the sun getting beat up. So I'm gonna wait for the clouds to come over, and as you can see, the weather here is gonna be in the 80s. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is supposed to be nice. So we're gonna have some good weather this week, which is great. I need it. I need some good weather so I can do some stuff outside. Yeah. So even the wind right there, it's supposed to be windy tomorrow, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's nice. And I'm on the south southwest, which is me. That's where I live on the south southwest side of Bermuda. So that's a nice breeze for the whole week. It's beautiful. Yeah, see, right now the temperature is 80 degrees and 78 humidity. But there's like a bunch of clouds coming this way. It's taking forever to get here, but as soon as it gets here, I'm gonna go outside for a bit and do some more work. I need to go outside and sweep up around the pool. So many leaves and bugs everywhere. So annoying. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you have fun. I'm sure it was nice there. I've heard good things about Singapore and stuff. Yeah, that's good. I haven't been on vacation in 5 years, but I don't miss it to be honest, because it's just too expensive. I took a nice long break. I don't feel like going anywhere. I have so much work to do here that I don't feel like going anywhere. And I usually have like a nice staycation at home and stay around here and just chill out. I like being home now and just being away from everybody. I'm sick and tired of planes and customs and spending unnecessary money staying at a hotel and all that bullshit. Yeah, I finished my workshop. Yeah, it's all done. Yeah, it's not a man cave, but kind of sort of, but yeah, I'm finished. I finished it about 2 months ago. It's all done. It's all ready to go, ready to be worked in. I do some work in there every now and then. It's more for like when summer really hits, like next month, June, July, August, September, I'll be in there probably almost every day because it'll be too hot to work outside, so I'll work inside. So I have a lot of projects to do inside. But right now, I'm still trying to get outside sorted out first before the summer comes, and then I'll go in there for the rest of the summer. Oh, I'm sure these kids nowadays have no respect. They're nasty anyway. A lot of them are. Oh shit, that must have been even worse. Hell no. Yeah, I don't. The last time I went away was January 2020. And I don't blame you. And I remember coming back on that flight and seeing this lady across from me. The flight was like my last flight I went on, it was only like maybe 75 people on there. And it was a big plane. And I looked across from my aisle and it was a lady. She had a mask on. And she was using these wipes to wipe down everything in front of her. And I was looking at her like, what the hell is wrong with this woman? Why is she wearing a mask and why is she got wipes wiping down everything? I was like, this woman must be sick or she knows something I don't. And then I'm like, huh, this is kind of weird. Like, why is this happening? And then a month later, 2 months later, COVID hit. And I was like, this woman already knew about like COVID. because she already had a mask on, and I was wondering why. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this damn woman? And then she was wiping down her area all with disinfectant wipes. So she must have knew because soon as COVID hit 2 months later in March 2020, I was like, wait a minute, that woman in the plane 2 months ago was wiping down the plane with disinfectant wipes and had a mask. So this bitch already knew. And I was like, that's crazy. So it's like certain people must have knew already. And then when it got to a bad, it was got worse, then that's when everything went crazy. Yeah, apparently people say it's still out there and people here in Bermuda are still wearing masks. I don't wear no damn mask. I don't do none of that shit. If you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. Like I don't think a mask can really prevent you from being sick because as soon as you take that mask off to eat and to breathe and to drink, you can still get it. So I feel like a mask is like pointless to be honest. But being in a concealed area like a plane is probably more worth it because you kind of like not inhaling everybody's germs in one place. Whereas you're out in the open, it's kind of more, open and free not to have one. And I just keep believing that I'm protected from it and it won't happen to me. So I just don't even pay it any attention. And usually people that go away and go on a trip and go on a plane and go through an airport are usually likely to get it. And that's another reason I don't want to go anywhere because I don't want nobody's germs around me. It's bad enough. I got to deal with people here. So, but I usually hear about people coming back and getting sick or going away getting sick. So I'd rather stay my ass right here. I'm good. Eventually, I will go on a trip. My nephew is going to college in the UK in September. So when he comes back for his Christmas break, I might go before and then come back with him. 'Cause that'll be like the perfect time for me, right before Christmas. So I might do that. Yeah, I'll miss him. And he wants me to go out there and visit him. He wants me to go out there. So me and his brother might go for like a week and then come back with him. So that way my sister won't be here totally by herself. Well, she'll have Diamond with her, so she'll be fine. See, I'm thinking about going away at the end of the year to the UK. I haven't been to the UK in years. Last time I went to the UK and Germany was like 2010. So it's been like 15 years since I've been over that side. So I'm looking forward to going back over there, and I might go to Portugal as well for like a couple days. So I want to go back to Portugal so bad. So we'll see. I might go for like a week or something. Go for a couple days to Portugal and a couple days to England, to the UK. So I might do that. That might be my next trip. Otherwise, that I don't really feel like going away. I don't feel like going anywhere. I got a lot of work to do this summer with my mom and dad's house, my sister's house. I got to work in this apartment on these walls around here. Get prepared for hurricane season. I'm gonna be probably busy with that too. Hey Barbie, how you doing? Yeah, I'll let him know. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. I might go there at the end of the year. Might take a trip and go with my. I'll go with his brother, the youngest one. We'll go out there for like a week or something. Come back with him. I'm sure he'll love that. So I might catch a soccer game out there too while I'm out there. I have to check the schedule isn't out yet. When the schedule comes out, I'll probably go. It's like a 6.5, 7 hour flight from here to the UK. So I might go. Hopefully I'll be able to go around that time. You're having a cloudy, rainy day. Well, here it's nice and sunny, little breeze. It's 80 degrees. This morning it was raining a little bit, like sprinkling here and there, but now it's cleared up. But I'm waiting for the clouds to come over now so I can go back outside and do some more stuff. I can see a bunch of clouds coming this way, so that's one thing I don't do when I'm on a flight unless I'm super like, tired. But on the British Airways flight from here to London, there's a like you can sit in like a certain area where you can lay down, and I would love to do that because I would love to lay down the whole flight and just go sleep. It'd be a good 6 hours of resting. That'd be great. So I might do that. I might pay for a better seat. Yeah, I usually what I do when I go on an airplane, I usually pop in my earphones and just listen to music. Once I've listened to like a whole pile of music, hours go by. So then I'll watch like a video or something or whatever the case may be, and then I'll just chill. What I try not to do is look at the clock or the time because that would aggravate me even more. But I can handle it. It's not that bad. So it's not like I'm gonna do it all the time. But being that these guys are gonna go to college, I want to go visit them, see how it. They want me to at least, so I'm gonna go. I'll probably go around December, Christmas time or something. So we'll see. We might all go. We all might just go and say to hell with it. All right, Lucky. Hopefully you get some good sleep. I didn't really get much sleep last night either. Every 2 to 3 hours I was getting up. I probably got maybe 5 hours of sleep last night, and I went to bed late. But then I kept waking up every other hour. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I want to. I mean, I've been on a million trips in my lifetime. I've been all over the world. I used to travel like every 3 months, but I've taken a break for the past 5 years because I'm just not in the mood to go anywhere. Yeah, maybe it's because I saw the Filipino guys and I thought about you. You know, every time I speak to a Filipino guy here, I'll think about you. I'm like, yeah, I know Lucky. Lucky says the same thing. And here you are. When I saw you come in, I was like, shit, I was just talking about her on Monday. But yeah, ain't nothing changed. Same shit, different day. But everything's good though. I don't really have much to complain about. Just stupid people. That's all. Same stupid people. Yeah, I'm usually on here. I mean, yesterday I was on here 3 times, and I did a collaboration with a friend of mine. So we had a good time last night. I was on here a lot, like 3 different times, and we had a good time. And I'm on here a lot more than I used to be, and it's nice because I really like being on here and chilling out and not working extremely hard like I always do. So it's nice to have a change to come on here and just, sit down and relax and do some readings and just chill inside. I get more motivated when summertime comes. I feel like I want to work. It's just the way I am. I like summertime because summertime is like consecutive days of good weather. And it's so much better to work outside, even though it's hot, but it's so much better to work when you know no rain is coming. So you can like get a lot done and everything's drying faster, things like that. So yeah. All right, take care. Good night, Lucky. Take care. Yeah, let me know how you make out with your new job. How you doing, Barbie? All good? I know you said you're great and you're having a cloudy, rainy day. Yeah. I'm waiting for the clouds to come over. That's why I got my TV on in the back. There's like a bunch of clouds coming this way. So as soon as the clouds come, I'm gonna go back outside and do some more stuff that I need to do. I might wash my van today because it's not that dirty, but it's dirty enough to get a bath. I need to bath my van today. I might do that late tonight, like about 7 or 8 o'clock when it's nice and cool. Oh, nice! You got your grandson there. Oh, cool. How old is he? I was showing my nephews of videos and pictures of when they were young, like 3 and 4 years old. They were laughing. They look at the video and they kind of like think that it's not really them, or they have to really look hard and look and say, "Shit, that was me." So I told them that I'll save these videos so when you get older, you can look at them. Even I look different. I had more hair and less gray hair. He'll be 13 on the 20th. Oh wow. So he's already a big boy. Teenage. Yeah, let's see, we got some clouds coming this way. There are a bunch of clouds there, but that red circle is where I am. And those clouds are like coming, so I'd say maybe another half an hour to an hour the clouds will be here. I'll go outside and do some more stuff. I got Diamond right here sprawled out on the ground on the tile. She's chilling here. Damn dog. I was outside with her all this time. Before I came live, I was outside with her for like an hour. We were chilling out in the shade. She actually laid there for the longest time. I was surprised. Otherwise, that it's been a good day. Energy's so nice. Mm. Oh Lord. Yeah, she's good company. She's a lot better now than she's ever been. Yeah, I'm gonna actually get some lunch myself, so I'm gonna come back on later. It's pretty quiet right now, but I'll be back later. Yeah, I'll be back later. It's kind of quiet. I've been on here for like 45 minutes, so I'm sure everybody's got things to do. But I see the clouds coming this way, so I'm gonna go outside and do some more work and then get some lunch as well. You too, Barb. Good seeing you. Have fun with your grandson. All right, take care. I'll be back later.